You're very welcome to the session. My name is Aodhdin Casey. I'm a lecturer in accounting in Maynooth University. Today I want to speak to you about the use of e-learning resources as a revision aid for repeat undergraduate students. So this research formed part of a larger research project undertaken in the summer of 2019, where the use of online resources as a means to support students preparing for repeat examinations in August 19 was undertaken. The research included the use of a combination of screencast, videos, podcasts, and Adobe Connect for virtual office hours. For the two chosen modules for this research, a 10-credit management accounting module and a 5-credit advanced financial accounting module, a dedicated Moodle page was set up, and this provided students with a confidential space separate from the larger class cohort where they could have a safe environment to engage with if they wished class discussion across the forum function within Moodle. And that facility also provided researchers with the visibility on student engagement with the revision material that was provided. And the revision material provided was a complement to the original material that was delivered during term time during this semester. Students were provided with a revision schedule, essentially breaking out the module across an 8-week period, timetabling each week a topic that's going to be revised, and again, emphasising to students a pathway and a clear pathway through their revision. So for weaker students whose instinct may be to just dive into exam standard questions, it provided an opportunity to pace their revision and to enable them in their learning. In terms of the recorded information, a screencast was the software that was used, and videos were recorded and used to deliver the main content of the revision material. The module was broken into micro lessons or chunked into sessions of 15 to 20 minutes long with more than one lesson on certain topics. So this would incorporate an overview of the topic and then a carefully selected focus sessions based on selected questions that would bring out the key learning points within the topic under consideration. And again, this facilitated better digest and engagement by students. The lessons were then grouped into the topics, which were released then on a weekly basis. And the weekly release also facilitated easier access and scrolling by students when accessing the information using phone and tablets. So again, we were cognizant of how students access information, not everybody obviously using a laptop, but some obviously using phone technology. Podcasts were also used, and this is within Moodle, it's the HTML block function that you can have a podcast appearing on the face of the Moodle page every week, and that basically was a 2-minute outline of the material being covered off that week, focusing students up on specific aspects of that material, and again it was a means of engaging with students in relation to their material. The screencasts also provided students, and particularly stronger students, who could identify the weaker aspects of their knowledge, and it provided them an access route into the material as they were progressing on their revision. Screencasts again proved very popular with students, and our feedback, we found that students obviously would recommend the use of the revision schedule and also engagement with screencasts, as they could rewind, replay and pause the material as and when they required. They also indicated they liked the use of the walkthrough examples and how the information was presented, because with screencasts you can move freely between different applications, so moving from PowerPoint to Word to Excel, for example, and then of course the building of a question, not necessarily just showing the entire solution, but actually the physical working through the solution. They found that certainly enabled them in their learning. And finally, it's important not to underestimate the importance of some personal contact. So students recorded that the virtual office hours that we held on a weekly basis proved very, very beneficial and were very popular with students. Also, students reported that the podcast, the 2-minute visual presentation on the face of the Moodle page, engaging and helpful also. In terms of engagement, we found that students did not engage in the discussion forum on Moodle, and in terms of the spirit of the project, we found that a third of students, or just over a third of students, engaged with their revision in the spirit in which it was delivered. So within the first 8 to 6 weeks of the project. Also, by the end of week 2 to week 5, again, another third of students had certainly engaged with it. So it has proved as a means of engaging students in revision, and particularly those weaker students, it proved very, very successful. Hopefully there's something here that you could incorporate into your own modules in the year ahead. As I mentioned, this project formed part of a larger project evaluating the use of e-learning approaches for undergraduate and executive teaching in Maynooth University. For more information, you can see the website there. Thank you.